What's going on, guys? Who is ready to lose all of their money? Who's ready to make some money on Luna 2? Hope you guys are doing good. In this video, what I want to talk about is a couple different things, and I want to explain some things regarding Luna 2 and Luna Classic. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions like I did, but I was able to compile a lot of information and get answers to those questions. So what I'm going to do is make this short and simple and to the point, and I'm going to answer a couple key questions. All right, so what day and time is Luna 2 going live? When can you buy it? Where can you buy it? All right. How many coins are you going to get in the Luna 2 airdrop? Now, that might be one of the main questions that you guys have. It's one of the main ones I had, and there's finally some clarification on that, so I can explain it to you really easily. And then we'll talk about a couple other things, including the expected price of Luna 2. How much is the token going to be? Because you'll know how much you get airdropped, but does that really matter if you don't know how much each token will be worth? And there's a way we can figure that out too. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first and foremost, let's answer the first question, and that's going to be, what day and time is Luna version 2 going live, and where can you find it? So all of the rumors were that, and even the official word from Terra Luna themselves, they said that originally it was coming May 27th, which was Friday. At this time, it is now right after midnight Eastern time on Saturday, May the 28th. And if you take a look, there was a slight adjustment on when they expect Terra to go live. So as you can see here from their tweet about 23 hours ago, it says that we expect Terra to go live on May 28th, which is now today, at around 6 a.m. UTC. Now, that's a universal time. If you want to figure out what that means, all you need to do is open up like a tab of Google and Google 6 a.m. UTC to, right? And this is going to convert it and then put your time zone in. For me personally, I'm Eastern time. So 6 a.m. UTC to Eastern time, and it's going to tell me the equivalent to that is going to be 2 a.m. on Saturday. So basically, for me, there's according to Luna 2 is going to go live at 2 a.m. my time. So go ahead, figure out what UTC is for you, that coordinated universal time, and that's going to be the go live time. Now, that's the time that Luna is saying that they expect it to go live, right? This is the creators of the token. Don't forget, we have to then deal with the exchanges, and they have to get everything prepped as well to fully go live. So when can you really expect to be able, not just for it to be pushed by Luna, but for you to be able to buy it? Now, this is going to tie into also the question of where you can buy it, but there's a large handful of exchanges that are already advertising that they're going to support Luna 2. And if you just go to Luna's Twitter here, which is Terra_money, and you follow their thread, you can see all the different retweets of the different companies or exchanges that they're saying that are advertising that they're going to have Luna. So you can go there and figure out who's doing it. And I'll review who those are in a moment. But my whole point is, one of them in particular advertises that they will be having Luna first. Excuse me. Now, we'll have to see exactly if that holds true. But ironically enough, Bitrue, all right, Bitrue is the crypto exchange that is saying that they are going to be the first ones to go live with Luna 2. And that's really important to know because we want to be fast if we want to make money here. And I'll talk about the money making play in a moment. But if you take a look, I had the tweet highlighted. If you go to Bitrue's Twitter page here and you just find the tweet here where they were talking about Luna, basically what they said is that they will be, if you look right here, the tweet from May 25th says, Luna is rising. Bitrue will continue our historic support of Terra_money by being the first exchange to launch Luna V2 trading. And it says that that trading would be going live. It says here, V2 services will start May 27th. Now, like I said, since then, Terra actually pushed back one day. And so now Bitrue is also saying that they're going to go live on the 28th. But just because they said in that tweet that they were going to make it a point to be the first exchange, I'm still thinking even though they got pushed back and the times are delayed, that they're still planning to be the first. So I'm kind of putting my money there. There's a chance that it doesn't happen now because they haven't said it again. But now they're saying starting May 28th is when they plan to introduce Luna trading. All right. Now, if you go to Bitrue's actual website here and you go to their article on Luna, you can get an actual time where they're planning to go live. And it says the old form of Luna will be renamed to Luna Classic, or LUNC, which we already knew. And then it says that that trading pair is expected to go live May 26th. And then there's another article, which, all right, give me 1 second because I did not have it here. Here it is, Luna Rebirth. This is actually the one I meant to read to you, sorry. It says trading for Luna, and this is talking about the new one, is going to start on May 28th at 7 UTC. And that says subject to a smooth launch from the official team. So looks like 1 hour after the Luna team launches is when trading for it should be going live on Bitrue. So if you did that quick math, 6 a.m. UTC was 2 a.m. Eastern. So that means 7 a.m. UTC is going to be 3 a.m. Eastern time is when Bitrue plans to be live. The other exchanges have said May 28th as well, but they have not given a time yet. So far, Bitrue's the only one. So I'm betting that they're going to be first. 3 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be there ready to buy. All right. Now, I'll quickly breeze through the exchanges that are going to support Luna 2. So far, Binance, Kucoin, LBank, Crypto.com, FTX, Bitfinex, Kraken, Huobi Global, Bitrue, which we just talked about, Gate.io, BitGet, MECX Global, Bybit, BTC, OKCoin, and OKX. Now, there's going to be a couple more. There's more and more coming, all the time. So again, if you really want to keep up to date, just go to this official Twitter account and look for retweets of people that are advertising, because I know Nexo, here's another one. There's a couple that haven't made the list quite yet, XLR, so on and so forth. But those are the main ones so far. All right. I'm counting on Bitrue and KuCoin and Binance and Crypto.com. Those are exchanges that I personally have, so those are the ones I'm going to be monitoring. But if you have an account with any of these others, you should be able to grab it there. Just keep looking for updates. Keep on searching for information from your exchange of choice on when they are going to go live with Luna. All right, because you're going to want to be fast. Now, if you don't have a Bitrue account or a KuCoin account or Crypto.com, I will drop some links in the description. That will be referral links so that you get a bonus as well when you sign up. Of course, I would as well, so that would be great. So make sure you click that link if you need an account so that we both can get a little, some free crypto or something. That would be pretty neat. All right. Now let's get to the next part, which is, in my opinion, the most important part and something that many of you may be wondering. You bought Luna Classic either before the snapshot or pre-attack, before the attack, or post-attack, after the crash started to happen, and you're wanting to know, you have so many Luna tokens and you lost so much money. How many of the new Luna tokens are you going to get in this Luna 2 airdrop? So thankfully, they dropped some clarification here, and you can see this article on my screen, Luna airdrop calculation logic, and I'm going to make it very easy to figure out exactly how many tokens you should expect to get. All right, here is the math right here. So there was a specific day, and it was May the 6th. Anything on May the 6th or prior, and there's a specific time as well. If you really need to know the details on that, you'll have to kind of just check it out. But sometime on May the 6th and before is when they considered pre-attack. If you bought Luna after May 6th, so May 7th and onward, you are considered post-attack, all right? And that's very important because if you bought pre-attack, you get more in the airdrop than if you bought after the price started to fall. Now, the people that particularly get the short end of the stick in this regard are those that bought high, but still nowhere near the bottom. Because if you bought, after we were at like 1 cent or 1/10 of a cent or 1/100th of a cent or 1,000th of a cent, you're gonna not feel the effects as much of your loss here as if you had bought at like $1 or $5 or $10 or $20 or something like that, and if you're still considered post-attack. Anyway, let's get into the math. So if you held Luna tokens before or during May 6th and you are in the pre-attack group, that's what you would be considered, you should expect to get airdropped 1.03 new Luna tokens for every one old Luna token that you held. So basically, if you want to ignore the little decimals, expect to get 1 to 1. For every Luna token that you held, you're going to get 1 new Luna token. So if you had 1,000 tokens before the crash, you're going to have 1,000 new Luna tokens airdropped to you. Extremely simple. Now, if you were holding UST, the math is going to be a little bit different. As you can see here, there's this number, which is about, you're going to get 1 cent, almost 2 cents worth of Luna, or two. I'm sorry. You could do this math a little bit differently here. You're going to get about 2/100ths of a Luna token for every UST that you held. Now, the UST was a stable coin, right? And it was pegged to $1. So just depending on exactly where you held, this might not pan out very well. You're going to have to do the math to see when you're going to end up breaking even, but making your money back. But you're going to get this amount here, 0.018 new Luna tokens for every UST that you held. Now, I'm more interested in the Luna than the UST. So let's move on. Now, post-attack, and this is what most of us here are looking for, because we bought when it was super, super cheap, and we were hoping for a burn or some kind of pump. And, you know, we're trying to make some money off of this play. And so we're trying to figure out, well, how much of this new Luna are we going to get airdropped? Because we bought, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of tokens or more. So post-attack Luna holders are going to only get 0.0000015 new Luna tokens for every old Luna token that they currently hold or held when the snapshot was taken 2 days ago. So let's pull out a calculator really quick and do some math, because that's a lot of zeros and that may not help you very much. This is going to be the formula. So let's just say you bought or you hold 1 million. Actually, let's get the calculator. Sorry for my spelling there. All right. Let's get the calculator out. Let's say you bought 1 million Luna tokens, and that's what you're holding right now. And you want to know how much you're going to get of the new airdrop. What you need to do, multiply how many tokens you have. So 1 million times, and you're going to do 0.0000015. So that's 4 zeros after the decimal point, 15. And then you hit equals, and that's going to tell you how many of the new Luna tokens you should expect in your airdrop. So if you're someone like me who bought super cheap, put a couple $100 in, and you got 1,250,000 or about 1 million of those tokens, and you were hoping to get a whole lot in this airdrop, unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. For someone that has 1 million tokens, you are only going to get 15 of the new Luna token airdrop to you. Only 15 per million. Very, very disappointing. You can do some quick math here. If you have 10 million, you're going to say 15 times 10, you know, so now that would be 150 of these new coins. Still not a whole lot of new Luna tokens. It is not a get rich quick thing like I was hoping. I'm a little disappointed in the Luna team for a couple different reasons. And it's not just because I needed, you know, a get rich quick thing. Obviously, it did sound a little too good to be true. But my real complaint is that they were not transparent with the numbers up until now, like literally now. Before, they were saying something about, you know, 30% for pre-attack and 10% of holdings for those post-attack. But they did not give specific numbers, and they made it sound like you were going to get 10% of the amount of tokens you held. But they did not clarify. They were very vague and used these big words that, you know, we couldn't make much sense of. It kind of sounded like code. But they just released that graph, and so this is the final amount. So I'm a little disappointed, but can't complain too much though, because like I said, this is an airdrop, which means it's basically just free money. It's free tokens. Even if it's only 15, you can cash out for whatever that's going to be worth. All right. Now this goes hand in hand with my next point, and it's that this is free money, guys. All right. This airdrop does not mean that your old tokens are getting swapped for these new ones and you've lost all this money. You can still sell your Luna Classic tokens, your old tokens, and get the airdrop of these new tokens. So Luna right now, the price of Luna Classic is, okay, it looks like my browser froze a little bit. So, but the price of Luna Classic is oh, here we go. Sorry about that. the current price of Luna Classic is about this right here, about 30.0001 something. That's the current price. You can still sell all your Luna tokens and, 1 million, 2 million, however many you have, times this and make like money back. You can make a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 depending on how many tokens you have. You can sell all your Luna and still get the airdrop, right? So you'll get your money for the sale of the old tokens, and then you'll wait for the airdrop to come and hit you. Now, the reason you can do that is because the Luna development team, they took a snapshot 2 days ago, or yesterday, I think it was. No, they actually did it 2 days ago on the 26th to see who would all be included in the post-attack reimbursement. So who would all get airdropped. That final group of people, they took a picture of everybody that had Luna on the 26th. So everyone that bought after the 26th, those tokens and people do not count. So if you're already in the snapshot, that's finalized. So you can do whatever you want now with those tokens. So you can sell them. That's what I'm going to do. Get some of my money back for the old Luna. And then I'm going to get these new tokens. And eventually I'll sell those and make money off the new tokens. All right. So that's that. Go ahead, sell it if you want. There's not too much of a reason to hold. It doesn't look like they're going to do a token burn. So I'm not betting on anything too much with the old Luna. And I would like to get out before that crashes completely. Now, the final point here, and this is going to wrap us up, is what is the expected price of Luna 2.0 based on the tokenomics, all right? And this is going to be important for what you should expect. And this is why I'm also going to explain why this ties into why I want to get in so early. So what I like to do, what's always most important, is market cap of a project if you want to see potential per token. So first and foremost, I'm going to go to coinmarketcap.com so I can see all of the market caps of all of the leading cryptocurrencies. Now, there is something we know that's going to get us started, and that's that currently the circulating supply, so the total number of Terra Classic or old Luna tokens that are in circulation, is around 7 trillion. A lot, right? That's a whole lot. When this new Luna token goes live, there's only going to be 1 billion tokens in circulation. That is the total amount, 1 billion. Now, that is a lot more than the Luna Classic before the whole crash happened, because before they started making more and more tokens, there was only about 350 million of the old Luna. So yes, this new Luna does have 3 times as much, but it's still, 1 billion is way less than 7 trillion. So we'll take it, right? So that's going to help us out a lot with figuring out market cap. So don't forget that 1 billion number. Now, what I want to do next is look at market caps here and look down the list and see if I can find the 2 Terra related projects. So that's going to be Terra UST, which is the stable coin, and it's going to be Terra Luna, which was Luna, the old Luna token. So let me go ahead and take a look and see if I can find UST. Now, I know it is on here, so let's just find it. If I can't find it within the next couple seconds, I'll just search for it so I don't have to take too much of your time. And I don't think it was up this high. No, so let's try scrolling down. All right, let's look for UST. All right, I may have passed it, or maybe I just don't. Oh, here it is. All right. So here is Terra. Now it's called Terra Classic USD, but this was UST. This was the stable coin, which unfortunately went from being pegged to $1. Now it's worth 3.5 cents. That is pretty brutal. But if you look at the market cap, it is at $404 million. Now, keep in mind the market cap is at almost $500 million. All right, we'll just call it 500 million. It's at about $500 million, with it being useless. It's pretty much valueless. And it's only worth 3 cents per. It serves no real purpose anymore, and it's still worth about $500,000. All right, that's the market cap. Now, with that information, let's go ahead and see if we can find Terra Classic, or the Luna Classic here, and let's see what the market cap is of that. So if we go and just take a look right here, it says it's at about well, that's not actually completely accurate. So let's do market cap here. And if you just kind of hover over where it says this number, actually that was correct. Sorry, I did wrong math. So $793 million is the current market cap of Luna Classic. Now that's important to know, because what I'm just trying to see is with this old version of Luna, at the state that it's in right now, where it's pretty much dead and useless, what is the value of the project. So Terra Luna UST 500 million, 400 million. Luna Classic, also useless at this point, is at about almost 800 million market cap. All right, so we can safely say that total, the whole value of this project is worth somewhere around, if you just did the math and added the 800 or 700 to 800 million plus the 400 million, it's near $1 billion is the total value of the whole Terra project right now, in a very bad condition. So it's pretty safe to say that with this replacement token that's coming out, that's supposed to replace both of these things that are now going to be of the past, the new project, even if it isn't super successful and it's kind of considered trash like these are right now, it could potentially very safely hit a $1 billion market cap or somewhere near that. All right. And so now let's put 2 and 2 together. So we figured there's going to be 1 billion tokens and that the market cap is probably safely going to be somewhere around 1 billion. So that is 1 to 1. That means $1 can be allocated safely per token. So based off the math, if you haven't figured that out already, my assumption, being very conservative, is that the value short term, and this is just over the next couple days of Luna, will most likely hover somewhere around $1 per token. And that should be the assigned value very safely, like an average value that everyone can agree on. Now, it could be a little lower than that if people aren't feeling too confident. It could be 75 cents, maybe even as low as 50. I don't think it'll be under 50 cents, and I don't think it'll be much over $1 either, unless there's a pump, which is also possible. But I'm talking safe expectations. I'm going to say 75 cents to $1 is what I expect each Luna token to be worth based off that those tokenomics and information. Hope that makes sense. If not, drop a comment below. You can ask me a question. I'll try and explain it better for you. So now, what is my plan based off of that information? So now we know what the expected value is, so that we don't overpay for a token, when it goes live. Because if you want to buy, if you know that the value should probably be around 75 cents to $1, if by the time you get to look at it, it's $2 or $3 or $4 or $5, $10, you are probably overpaying. It's probably a little risky. So you're going to want to get it at an area of value so that you can feel confident and potentially make profit way safer and easier, and the risk to reward be in your favor. So now that we know that this token is going live on Bitrue in just a couple hours here at about 3 a.m., the goal here and what I'm going to do is closely monitor just minute by minute Bitrue for the moment that it goes live. And I'm going to try and buy it as soon as possible, because if there's a lot of hype, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to try and buy it, and that buying pressure is going to make the price go up, and there could be a pump. I don't want to buy at the top of the pump and then the price be $1, $2, $3, $4 already. I want to buy as soon as it goes live at the cheapest possible price. That could be 1 cent, it could be 5 cents, 10 cents, maybe 25 cents. Anything down there below what we said we think it's worth, I'm going to try and buy a good amount, a safe amount that I feel comfortable with, and then I'm going to ride it up. And based off what we know, a good selling spot, if we can buy it at 10 cents, 25 cents, a good selling spot's probably going to be anywhere from 50 to $1, 50 cents to $1. If you can get it higher than that, okay, but you might be getting a little greedy. All right, so that's reasonable risk to reward, reasonable profit potential. And the last point here is going to be, well, let's just say that this new Terra Luna does better than average. What if it's not dead like Luna Classic is right now and UST? What can we expect? What is the potential? How high can this go? So all we need to do is figure this out. There's 1 billion tokens, right? And the previous high, the previous market cap high of Luna Classic and the whole project before the crash was around 30 to 40 billion dollars was the market cap. So if this project succeeds, and this is probably not going to be a short-term goal, right? People are going to need to feel confident. This new Luna token is going to need to prove itself, and then it's going to have to, get people, all these big money investors that dumped this Luna thing because they got burnt. They're going to have to come back in, prop the price up. There's going to be a lot of things that have to happen. But if Luna becomes successful again and returns right back to its previous glory, being worth 30 to 40 billion dollars and getting back to this top 5 or top 10 spot, that means that a token, you know, the project's going to be worth 30 to 40 billion. There's 1 billion tokens. That means a token could potentially be worth $30 to $40 in game, right? And so if you buy super cheap at like 10 cents and you can sell at like 30, that's going to be a whole lot of money. But that is a stretch. I don't think it's going to happen. That's not my play. It's possible, but that's not my play. I'm looking to buy at like 5, 10 cents, 25 cents, and sell at anywhere from 50 to $1. It'll be 2, 3, 4, 5x, something like that. Not crazy, but good money for, you know, a couple hours of trading or a couple minutes. So hopefully that answered all of your questions. If you have any more, please drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, to subscribe, because I live stream and talk about these kind of things all the time, and I'm more than willing to answer questions. Follow me on Twitter for more updates, and that's going to wrap it up. I'll catch you guys in the next stream and video. See ya.